Hello and welcome to Model Kit Beginner. Hope you guys doing all well. I'm certainly doing all right, feeling quite good. It's a lovely day in Cape Town. Now we're having a look at the Oldsmobile 442 from the fine folks over at AMT. That obviously is a kit which has been kicking around for quite some time. Also this one is a repop. How do I know that? Well, I look at the history in Scalemates. You want to do that as well? Well, let's pop over and have a quick look. Here we go, guys. A rich history with the Oldsmobile 442, built not only by AMT but many others. What we're looking at is just a 2010 repop, if you want so. But yeah, lots to talk about if you want to go through all the iterations of the Oldsmobile, starting with an MPC kit in 1968. Sorry, 1988, not going quite that back, and then moving over AMT Ertls iterations, Lindbergh iterations, then the first pure AMT, that was in 2002 around about, and then obviously 2010 our kit popped in, and then they are still kicking around from AMT 2023, and then we have also one right over here, which is the latest iteration right over here. Beautiful, beautiful box right over here. So that's planned for the future. That will be coming soon. And then obviously we always want to have a look at the very first iteration from the fine folks over at MPC, obviously not with us anymore. And this was a typical 80s box art, which wasn't quite as hot as what we have seen before or after. Right, let's for example look at this one here. Here we go. Look at that. That looks just very, very cool. Right, but that's as far as the history goes. We certainly like to look at that, so we know where the kit is coming from, 1988, so we have a more or less an idea what we have to and can expect. But to make very sure that it is what we think it is, let's move down to the bench. So here we are with the 1966 Olds 442. That's the box. Let's have a look at the side of the box. It tells us that it's molded in white, gives you a couple of detailed pictures right over here. Box art, and nothing about the history of the car. Maybe that will be in the instructions. At the back you can see if all the parts are in the box, and that's about it. Right, let's open it up. Ooh, lots of paperwork. Here's a round 2 models, 2013. Now where this one is coming from. All the models which were available around 2 in 2013. Always interesting to see. And we have around 2 models, reply mail, 2013. Then we have 2 instruction booklets. We have a look at that right now. We have chrome. Oh, let me just get my drink here out of the way before I knock it over. Right, we have that. We have kind of dull white plastic. We have clear parts. Let's put that to this side. More plastic, dull white, a body in dull white. We have tires. And here we have something which should be on the decals and not floating around loose in the box. Right. Do we have decals? Do we even have decals? Yes, there are decals. Here we go. Let's have a look at those while I have them in my hand. Here you go. Mostly it's Oldsmobile, and then there are some 442 decals and a couple of license plates right over here. Then let's see what this is all about. We have 2 instruction sheets here. Importante. All right, there's an English one, there's a German one. That's German, French, That looks Spanish. Maybe Portuguese in there. This is Italian, and this is German. So we don't need that. We only need one of the instruction sheets, which is we take the one in English. That's very cool. They give you all the color availability, which you could have in the exterior, in the interior, vinyl, the cloth, vinyl roof, what colors you could have those. That's pretty cool. Right, and then it starts out with the engine. So quite a few details here. Not a lot molded in, which I like a lot. Cylinder head, valve covers, the beautiful air filter. Then we go with the seats and the dashboard interior. We have a look at that right now. Battery right over there. We have the frame, exhausts. That all does not seem to be molded in, which I like. We have the interior doors. Also, door handles appear to be molded in. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Here you go. Right over here, wheels. The differential right over here. The whole rear suspension with shocks and springs, coil springs, by the way. As you can see, no leaf springs, coil springs. Oh, that's very cool. And then we flip it over. See, wheels coming on, radiators coming on, firewall gets installed, windows, and then we marry the frame to the body. Then more pipes. Oh, that actually looks a very nice kit, my word. Then the front end assembly gives you a little bit how that's going to look like. License plate, bumper, taillights, etc. Then it even gives you a little bit more about the engine. Here it says 400. There you go, let's go down 400 cubic inches, as we said earlier. Manual transmission. Originally a 4-speed, I don't know if this was also a 4-speed or a 3-speed. And here we are. .360 horsepower. That thing moved. Right, let's have a look. We just find a safe place for the decals again, because they actually look still very good. Then tires, we have them right over here. Let's open this up quickly. Let's just take one out. Branded, as we can see. Here you go. Firestone. That is very believable. You know, you see sometimes Michelin branding on American cars. I don't know. Tread is deep enough to clean them up very nicely without being afraid of actually cleaning the whole tread away. Then we have metal plated plastic right over here. Let's have a look at that. We have two wheel options, which is very cool. I like that. Look at that. Look at that second option here. Interesting, isn't it? I like it. Then front grille, rear bumper, and then the traditional wheels, sport wheels, as we know them. Very cool. Then we have the transparent parts. We have the transparent red for the rear lights, and then we have very cool transparent parts here, which all seem to be looking in reasonable condition. Obviously lights, and then front and back window. Hardtop obviously doesn't have a seat pillar, which is always attractive to me. I always thought that was terribly sexy. It didn't have a seat pillar. Who needs a convertible if you have a hardtop? Right. Now we have quite a bit of plastic around here. In our first bag, we have the rear seat right over here with the rear shelf all in one. Let's have a look at the texture. You can see that. Here you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we have also interior, which is the door panels and side panels. Right over here we see the handles, elbow rest, that's all molded in, and that will need some detail painting. We have a sprue right over here with the steering wheel, parts of the dashboard, steering column. There are some shock absorbers right over here. There's the battery, and then here at the back, I can't see that. Here at the back we have the exhaust. So again, steering wheel, dashboard, battery right over here. Very cool. Then we have the frame, solid piece of plastic here, so that's not gonna break easily. Then we have a small sprue with a sway bar and a couple of coils. All in all, needing some tender loving care and cleanup, but not horrible. We have the bonnet, huge piece. Then we have those pipes right over here, and then part of the front suspension and steering bar or sway bar right over here. Here we go. Not bad at all. Right, then we go with the second plastic bag. Also needs to be cut open. Here we go. And here we have dashboard. As you can see, a bit of cleaning up to do there as well, but otherwise detail not too bad. The pedals are all molded in, inclusive the handbrake pedal. We have the radiator right over here. Not bad. We have a intricate belt assembly, engine halves, valves, headers, oil pan. So there's quite a bit of distributor. We have a very detailed firewall, really nicely detailed firewall. Front part of the engine, a fan, header. Here we go, air filter right over here. Very typical and very beautiful for the time. Really, really cool. Then we have the seats, which are in two parts. You can once again see the lights are too bright. Here you go. You can see the texture right over here. A couple of pipes, a couple of A-arms for the front suspension, part of the wheels, etc. Very cool. And then last but not least, rear part of the front part of the exhaust, actually, right over here. We have rear drivetrain, or part of it, right over here. Differential lid right over here. Couple of suspension parts. This looks very much like a steering column, maybe. Yeah, and the drive shaft right over here. All in all, plastic looks a bit off-white, but that I don't mind that. But all in all, as far as cleanliness is concerned, yes, there are seams and stuff, but that is not an issue. Then obviously we come to the main attraction right over here. Right, we have the floor in here. Let's have a look at the detail on the bottom. Huge tank, which you need, and some detail over here that you can weather very nicely, though that's very cool. And then we have the interior with a bit of a structured or textured floor for the carpet, and that's about it as far as that is concerned. Very good condition. And then we have the iconic hardtop right over here. It will be painted two-tone. The handles are molded in, as are some of the emblems right over here, and the stainless steel stripes which go right over there. Need some tender loving care for sure, but it's not horrible. It looks reasonable in scale, and it just shows you what a huge car this was. Big car indeed. Love it. Beautiful. Right, that was what we have to show on the bench. Let's go back upstairs, give you my final thoughts. And that was the Oldsmobile 442 right over here. Lots of fun going through this kit. Nice detail in there. Not everything is molded in. Some of the stuff is, but some of the stuff isn't. It looks a really nice kit. It really does. I mean, from what I have unpacked in the last couple of weeks, this certainly looks one of the better ones. I'm actually looking forward to building this one. So if you get a chance to have a go at the Oldsmobile 442, I can recommend it. I really think it looks out of the box. It looks a very nice kit, and I will certainly have fun building it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did, showing it to you. You guys have a lovely day further, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.